Got my ground meat. I'm going to cut it in half and cook it. Because I don't have taco seasoning, I'm going to use my menudo spice mix. It makes it almost like a taco seasoning flavor. And give this a stir. And put a cover on it. My range is at 5, which is medium, and I'm going to let that cook. Alright, ground meat looks done. I'm going to go ahead and drain it. Alright, ground meat is drained and done. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my range. We're going to start on our shells. I got a plate with a napkin. Got my pan here getting warmed up. I'm going to put some oil. You want to pour a decent amount because you're going to be frying them. Maybe like that. I'm going to let this oil just get hot, maybe leave it about 3 minutes or so, and then we'll start on our shells. Okay, let's go ahead and start frying our shells here. So I have my corn tortilla, my very hot oil, as you can see. I'm going to lay that in there. I have a spatula, and I'm going to just be very careful because I don't want the grease to pop me. And just pushing it down a little bit, flipping it over carefully, holding it down, pushing it down. You can see it starting to get more stiff and more stiff. When it starts to get kind of like a toasty look, see how it's starting to toast? I want that all over the tostada. I want it all over. That's going to tell me it's done. This way takes a little bit longer than to just pull out a bag of already made tostadas from the store, but this is worth it. These tostadas are going to be so good, so toasty, so crispy, and delicious. So I'm almost, okay, this is done. So here's how they look. Delicious. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my napkin to kind of, you know, absorb the grease. And I'm going to start on my next one. The ones that pop up like almost like a bubble-ish, as you can see, I just poke a hole in it. But you got to be careful whenever you're messing with these type, because I don't know, I've had one like shoot grease at me. So just be careful with these that form bubbles like that. Pop them and kind of try to keep them down like so. And it may try to bubble back up, but just try to keep it down. Just keep doing it with your spatula. I would not recommend that you walk away from your corn tortilla while it's cooking, because it could cook very quickly or it could bubble up like how it was, and then you won't notice it, and then you'll have to pop it when it's already cooked, and it's gonna leave like a hollowness on your tostada. So I mean, this would kind of be fine too. Like if you don't like it as dark as I did the first one, this would be fine too. I just like mine very, very toasted because it just gives it a good crunch. This would not be okay. Like that would not be okay. I don't know how to explain that, but that's gonna leave it like I don't know, like an not all the way cooked taste, or all the way toasted taste, I guess I could say. Okay, so this one is done. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out. And start on my next one. Alright, so I got my pot of beans here. You can put however much you want, whatever size bags you want, however much beans you're gonna be using. So I have my beans here. I'm going to put some water. A lot of people wash them. I mean, I don't really wash them. I don't know if that's good or bad. But I'm going to go ahead and put some water in here. And the beans that I'm using are just the regular pinto beans here. Alright, got my water in my beans. I'm going to go ahead and turn my range on to 3 because I'm going to be boiling my beans through the day. I'm not in no rush. If I was in a rush, I would put it at 5. But I do have time today, so 3 it is. I do have some bacon grease here that I have in my jar. I'm going to go ahead and take a few scoops and put it in my in my beans. My bacon grease is all cleaned out. Got it all in my beans. Giving my beans a quick stir. I'm going to put a lid on my beans and just let them cook. Alright, checking up on my beans here. The liquid is all the way, not all the way down, but you know, the beans are soaking up the water. So now I'm going to go ahead and give it a stir and add just a little bit more water. That's about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 cups of water. I'm going to give it a stir. I'm going to add some salt, not too much because I have the bacon grease already in there that's already has that saltiness in it. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Give it a stir. I'm putting the lid back on. Okay, got my tostadas, my lettuce, tomato, avocado, refried beans, and my rice, and let's start plating.
Major, go girl. Go girl, Major. Major, go girl. Come on, go girl, Major. Major, go girl. Go girl. This note that says Emma's top secret spot.
Lettuce. Oh.
Aren't you not talking?
Okay, this is not cooperating, but imagine like the tomatoes falling nicely on the tostadas. Here's the finished product. I hope you like this. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time.